Welcome back to another of my YouTube videos. In this video, I'll be looking at layers. And what are layers? Layers are basically different colored lines with different properties that we use to drawing. It is recommended that each part of the drawing is done on a separate layer. For example, the outline on its own layer with a different color, possible different line weight thickness, construction lines on a separate layer, separate color, text be placed on a separate layer, dimension, center line, hatch, hidden detail line, viewport, etc. be placed on a separate layer. Very important. There are 4 parts to a layer that we normally focus on. The name, color, line weight, line type, line weight, and line type. All right. This is a table which gives you some recommended layers that you probably should use and optional color type. So you might want to pause the video for a little bit and take note of this. All right. While you're taking note, I'm going to be changing the screen. New share. Okay, now you will realize here that I'm using AutoCAD architecture. The same principle applies for both options, AutoCAD architecture and or mechanical drawing. AutoCAD architecture or straight AutoCAD or mechanical AutoCAD mechanical. Same principle applies. You should learn by now that I only use shortcut keys. My method of drawing is the simplest and easiest method. So to activate layer, I simply type LA, enter, LA for layer, enter. I then click the new layer icon here. And the first thing is to name it. So in this case, I'm going to name this one outline. I like to use all caps, OUTLINE. Next, I'm going to click on the color and choose a color from here. Then click OK. Next, I'm going to change the line weight from default to, for outline, I typically use between 0.3 to 0.7. So for this, I'll use 0.3. Okay, that is done. Please do not click onto this. You know, these, if you click onto some of these, they can cause problem. If you click onto this one right here, this layer will not print. So you will realize that you have set up your layers and you're ready to print. But when you turn over to when you go over to page layout, you realize that only some colors are visible. You're not seeing some of the colors. This is the problem right here. The problem is this was ticked either by accident or by some other means. If this is ticked, it will tell the computer that you do not wish to print that layer. So the computer will not generate that layer on the print format. So now that you have done that, to create a new layer, we go back to the new layer. This time I'm going to label this one construction, CON, and I'm going to cause a color. Let this one be peach. Okay. I'm going to change the line weight thickness to 0.25. Okay. I'm going to create one more layer. This one now is my center line. CENTRE. And for this, I'm changing the color. Left click onto the color. left click onto green, click OK. Now, for this line, I don't want continuous. Center line, I want a center line for this. So I'm gonna left click here under line type, and I'm gonna click load. Go to load, left click. Then I'm gonna scroll down to center, A, B, C, center. And I'm gonna choose. Okay. Once you have done that, you now need to go up here, left click on this, then click OK to bring it into the drawing here. Yes, and that's basically it. Now, how do we set the layer current? That can be done one of two ways. You can click onto this little diamond here once, or you could click 2 times here, 1, 2, and of course it will set current. You can know when a layer is set current when you notice that it has a tick beside it. All right. So that's basically how we set up our layers. All right. Remember, if you like what I'm doing, like, subscribe. I will be going through all the basics that we need to do in AutoCAD, all the basics from start up to the completion of a project. All right. So we're touching mainly now on the fundamentals. In my next video, I'll be showing you how to set up a dimension setting for plane and solid geometry, and also for building drawing. So like, subscribe, check the link for the other video. Yep.